Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. Thank you so much for being here. Today I filmed a foundation routine which includes contour and highlight, and I hope you really enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So the first step to doing your foundation is prepping your skin. I have already gone in with moisturizer. I'm using a hemp one from the Body Shop because my skin is really dehydrated, and the one that I was using before that, I loved it, but it just sort of stopped working. So you can go in with a primer. I am going in today with Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops just because I want my skin to have a little bit of a glow. It's a little bit broken out, so it's a bit dull looking. But you can use a primer that suits your skin type. I'm just working this in with my hands. I think when you do go in with the primer, it's important to warm it up on your hands first, or rub it in with your hands. Otherwise I feel like it doesn't really do anything. Kind of on the fence with primers. And I'm not really sure that they actually make your makeup stay on longer. Never really decided. So we're going to do a real full coverage because I need it. So my weapon of choice today is Maybelline Super Stay. This is shade 03 True Ivory, and I just have like a little thing to pop it out on. I'm just going to pop out a couple of pumps. I'm just going to check this is really worked in. So your skin should sort of feel like sticky when your primer is ready. If it just sort of feels like this side of my face just feels like it's a little like wet, you want to keep rubbing it in until it feels sticky. Otherwise it's not actually going to stick to anything. They say like glycerin makes your skin feel sticky. It's really funny. I am kind of wheat intolerant. I'm not really sure I can eat it, but not all the time. So I have gluten-free bread, and I read the ingredients in it, and it was like all these different things, but in the middle of it was glycerin, and I was like, that is what I look for in a primer, not my intestines, thank you. So we're going to take a flat foundation brush. This is a powder and pout one, and we're going to use this to put the product all over our face. This is going to do, every bit of skin is going to have a little bit of foundation on it. The foundation is going to build up coverage with the heat of your own skin. So we're literally just painting this on. Do you remember when we all used to use these as foundation brushes? And they used to leave big streaks all over your face. But now I reckon if you used it and just patted it in, it would actually be quite good. You'd be there all day though, patting it in with a foundation brush. Better use the Kabuki. I don't actually put foundation on my nose. I just sort of run whatever is left over my nose. Just carefully around the brows. I actually haven't filled these yet. You can leave this to sit for a few minutes to like dry in, or you can just go back to where you actually started and work in the same sequence. I'm just going to take a flat top Kabuki brush. I actually don't know the name of the brand of this brush, but I really like it. And we're just going to start patting this in. Just really gently. So I'm holding my brush quite low at the bottom of the handle and just really gently working this into the skin. So with whatever is left on the brush, we're just going to run that over the nose. I don't know why, but the skin on the nose is so weird. I feel like if you go in with too much product, you are just going to kill it. I'm going to pick up a 4SS brush from Inkblot. I'm not even, it's a 6SS. It's just the first one I picked up. Just a little fluffy brush. We're just going to pick up a little bit more foundation, and we're just going to go in around the areas that we can't really get at with the bigger brush. Because my eyes are already done, I'm obviously completely avoiding the eye area. If your eyes aren't already done, you will not need to pick up a smaller brush. We're just going to like see, is there anywhere we want to build up coverage? I'm going to build it up here around my chin. I'm quite broke out at the minute. So we're just going to go back in with the paintbrush and more of the same product. And we're just going to paint it on the areas that we need the little bit of extra coverage. So I'm just going to let that sit for a few seconds, and then we will pat that in again. I look so white, can't wait to contour. Okay, so now for concealer, we're going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Love these concealers. They're like £4 and they are amazing. They're so comparable to Tarte Shape Tape. I feel the Shape Tape's a little bit more dry, and I also feel like you get a bit of flashback with Shape Tape, so I prefer these personally. So we're just going to put some under the eye, avoiding the eyeshadow, and a little like triangle. I do actually have one that is lighter than this. It's got a bit of a white through it, so I'm just going to put a little bit of it through it as well. Just to brighten it up a bit because I'm the same colour as the Veil's concealer in the world. Yep. Just going to put a little bit of that white through. This is CO5. I think there's actually a 0 which is actually white. I'm going to have to purchase it. A little bit in the kiddo, chin, forehead. So we're just going to let that all sit there and build up its coverage while we contour. And we're going to use the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick. These are foundation sticks. This is shade F10. I love it if you're pale for contouring. So when you contour, you want to go between the middle bit of the ear and the top of the ear, just in about here. Always start there and work your way down. And then forehead. And a little bit on the sides of the nose. So we're going to take this sort of a brush. It's like an angled kabuki brush. Love this brush too. And we're just going to start working that back and forth and like pushing it into the skin. You don't want it to go any lower than the line where it is. But if it does, it's okay. You can just line up with your foundation brush. Feel like a human being. Oh, forgot about the bottom of my lip. All the help I can get there. Careful when your hairline, especially if you are blonde. If you are blonde, you want to switch to like a little small brush to do around your hairline. Otherwise, you're going to give yourself an orange hairline. That's not attractive. And we're going to contour the sides of the nose with a little small brush. I'm literally just working this brush up and down. And now we're going to take a Real Techniques setting brush. I love these little brushes. And we're going to work our concealer. I'm just buffing it in. You can pat it in if you like. If you need extra coverage, pat it in. Like under the eyes, I usually pat it in. And just avoiding the eyeshadow. So I like to start lower down when I have my eyeshadow already done, and then with the tip of the brush I just sort of like blend into the eyeshadow so the eyeshadow flows a little bit better too. So now we're going to go in with Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. This is the shade Translucent, and I'm going to dampen my brush for this. Reason being is it stops you under eyes from creasing, and I am using water, not an actual setting spray. A setting spray I think is too sticky, and then it sort of turns the powder into this like weird paste. So I just pat my powders on. Never rub powder into your skin because you're just going to move your foundation. And we're just going to use this powder anywhere where we put the concealer. So now we're going in with the Airspun Translucent powder in the shade Translucent on an Inkblot 15 BGF brush. I really like this powder. I think I do want to try something a bit more finely milled, so if anyone has any suggestions, please leave them below because my skin is dry. I don't know, I feel like I need a finer set in this powder. But I love this, I love the finish it gives to the skin. So I'm patting the powder on and then buffing it in. Now for bronzer, we're going to go with MAC Dark Deep Mineralized Skin Finish. Love this bronzer. Just makes everything better. So we're just going to apply the bronzer where we're contoured. What we're doing now is just further warming the skin, and then we're going to use another powder to contour. And sometimes what I like to do is I like doing the bronzer, like sweep it around the side of the eye, and then it like further just blends out your eyeshadow. So if you brought your eyeshadow out a bit, just ties it all in so it doesn't like come to like a complete halt. And now we're going to go in with 507 Sculpting Powder from Inkblot, and we're going to use that to deepen the contour. So we're just going to use the same brush. If you wanted to, you can pinch the brush and it's going to just give you that sharp contour. Now we're going to highlight. We're going to use the Mitchell Be Perfect Sub-Zero palettes. Love, love, love this palette. Like packaging, everything, love it. Just freaking love it. So we're going to go in with the shade Baby. We're going to spray our face first. Highlighter, if you want an intense highlighter, always spray your face first because then the highlighter has something to stick to and you're going to get more pigment and more glow. Or if you want something soft and subtle, just put it on without wetting your skin. And I'm using a Morphe M510 brush for this. When you want to highlight the points of your face that are the highest. So when you smile, Like his body area cheek's quite nice to highlight. Up here, cupid's bow, nose, chin. So I smile and make sure I hit that part. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of blush. This is just an orange eyeshadow that I'm using for blush. I'm going to go ahead and finish my lips and my brows, and I will be right back. Okay, and this is the finished look. Thank you so much for staying to watch this whole video. I hope to see you again soon.